What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are all on a journey in this life trajectory. Training, having fun, having a good time, and we want to utilize to become the best version of ourselves, right? In the kindest possible way for ourselves and for others. The skill sets that be human, not just be human doing, to be the best version. Nevertheless, the journey is taking us to a place where we have the power to be the best on earth. There is heaven bestowed upon us. There is this ecstatic ecstasy through many ways, forms with nature. I want you to strive for success without downgrading yourself, or especially downgrading others, putting other people down. It is another aspect of life, of your life. I want you to keep it and to stay consistent in what we do. Change it up if you need to, but always have that love at heart. It is the balance, equilibrium, without the stressing, right? Because we tend to oversimplify things and not make that simplicity, instead of making it more complexity. It is the other parts of your lifestyle, the perceptions of yourself. It could be ruthless. It could be very uncalled for. If we are young, we learn from what we view through televisions that program the kids and not knowing what they're doing. But as we become to appreciate the embodiments of the peaceful warrior, the equilibrium, light shines throughout the variety of the darkness. But darkness is always there with the lights. It's the balance. It's the masculine and feminine. It is some of the credibility of the lights and the darks. Because in the variety of the darkness, in the darkest night, right, we see, as we look up, the bright star, the bright light, including the moonshine. It is always there, but we somehow overlook the good aspect. But that's the choices that we have and we make, and the choices that whatever that make you feel. The emotion, the environmental, it is the engaging, the instrument of the body we use to perform and to experience, to indulge, to enjoy, to be the part of the collective transformations, and we shift ourselves. If you want to give, if you want to love, if you want to offer, it's the connection between you as the creation, the co-creator, and to experience life and to enjoy life, to love life, to put yourself in the shoes of another is empathy. And thus is the type, the differences between the human most could be, I would say, despicable, and I would say within the fitting of the society current organized, to be more respectful, loving, and to express your sexuality, to express your ingenuity, to express your intelligence, to express your artistic, to express the, not just by saying it, but just doing it, be it. You are here on a journey in this major missions to uphold, to be bold, to unfold, and over the horizon we wing it, and yet to overextend ourselves. So as you extend yourself, not the answer may not always be there, appear to be within the instant, but as we focus, as we must focus, as you must focus on keeping your frequency high, it is the intact impact, it is the nourish of nurture, of sharing what we have learned to mature our childish, but remain childhood like wonder. Remain that That thing we want to remain is to be the curiosity, to uplift the villain and be the superhero and rise now. And as more of this density transformations, right? It is the light that lit. It can definitely be and it be felt. It is felt by the empathetic. It is felt by the impact. It is felt by the kinder spirit and the sensitivities that deepen, and within that physical, the physique and the energetic level and the magnitude of this electromagnetic field, we feeling the energies, and we could smell and sense all sort of pleasant and unpleasant at the same time. That is the dark and the light. It is the yearning, the alluring, and it is that memories flash in the mind's eyes within these transmutations of the energies, circulations in these incarnations to embody an anchor of physical here, touch base with Mother Nature, and just enjoy the sound, smell, taste, and tactile sensations. And with the way we see things, we be the conduits of the new light, channeling higher vibration, the vibratory of frequency in this form, and experience as it will expire the structure of the what one was as we age. I mean, we grow, we age, and we awake. That's when we evolve. And I really mean it. For you to think it through, thought of a state of mind, simply, if you can get this and understand this or grasp this, it is a major truth of responsibility equipped with the massive external dynamic balance and the balance of the equilibrium. As often as we can, at the same time training our physique, working on mind, we got to remind ourselves in the future it has to be done now, this present time. In the past it has been done now for the future time of this present moment. And now we're doing it for the future. So when the future comes up now, we love it. Because we're supporting and sharing this truth. You are meant to bring the light, to keep it shine forth. Henceforth, know that you have a role and a purpose. That driven is a life force in this lifetime. Far more superior than just doing the daily in and out. Just like a disc talk. Just like a robot. The problem is that we don't understand. So we don't open our heart or mind or spirits to you already have that, but you just need to clear it out. Clear your heart out. Find it is in the answer. Most likely that the same answer will pack your mind full of love with the success of understanding but loving kindness. That is the six-pack of success for the mind, for the wisdom and the knowledge, and the power, the fire within the hate that you may hurt, the hate crime, the jealousy, envy, the hating on the Asians, and the BLM of 2020. May we not fail to show with compassion, for we have love for all sentient beings. We win, they may have won. Everything that has been said and done could have and how. In heaven, things can continue step up the path with love in this jungle of concrete. And where it's successful of having that passion driven and to where you are going with the willingness to mitigate from all the destructions and have more loving with all sentient beings, come join. There shouldn't have to be any hates on the Asians. What for? You gotta move away from the conventional thinking of that lame ass and have more loving and push forth to the efforts. You have rights, your own rules that take you deeper and hold out your hand. Open up your heart of the doors to a new door in a never before seen or heard before. But you will experience a different point of view, the different of you, the best version of yourself. That you too could become great in this darkness. Be the light. Because we are all going through changes. And we all have the power within ourselves to make that change. You have the potential to become someone better than worthless, because you have a life worth living. For someone better to be the best version of yourself is you. No one can do it for you. So with the success of satisfaction, success change within your heart. Success change first comes from the mind. It's the mindset. Set it right. Set it great. Set it good. Set it right. It is satisfactions that you try, that you put in the time, you put in the work, that make the decision to rise above all the small little shit, right? It is decision to rise above the fear that you may have. Don't be scared. Love will take you there. So take the risk that life isn't just about success and how much you would have to sacrifice. There will have to be some sacrifice, but it's not about how much. It doesn't cost. You just do it. You just offer the love in this life journey, of this life trajectory. How much you would offer yourself. Okay, it's a journey towards the finish line. Nah, there's never an ending. It's always a continuum, just like the water flow. It never stops. It never ceases to stop. It's always going, flowing. It is about defining you to be the better version of yourself. And at the end of the day, it's about the work that you put in, the pain to get to pass the struggle that we all have gone through in this cycle, this psychological, in this psychotic and chaos, and this rumination about the time when there is love and then there is missing aspect. The success is understanding about the day over time we are going through, that we could unite in this point of view. You see the nature in unison, in unity, in unification. It is the allies that every day is the day that is beautiful with appreciations, and to be where you are, to be where you want to be, to share the love, to be brave, to make those mistakes, whatever it is, is that you have thought through to make it good for the people around you and those that you have encountered and contact, those who remember you for you just being you freely, sexually, awesomeness and bright light, and could be a little dark or misbehave because you didn't get to eat that bee honey, so then you didn't really get to behave for the honey. So as we achieve greatness, you are that what you are, with the courage, showing up every day and make that best version of yourself. Another encounter, another strike, another blow, another awesomeness, another photo, another video, another task that sometimes could scar you, and sometimes it could be disappointment. Sometimes there's no fruition, but we push forth for what is demanding of us. The mistrust for other people, but that's just them. So we got to trust ourselves and keep moving forward and keep having love for ourselves. It is self-love that we encounter, our understanding for ourselves, and also understanding for another, that going through some shit that we may not know, but we appreciate that they're better in themselves. So I understand the devices that we are living in, the advices that people are giving and that we're giving others as well too. And I'm all about give, receive, that continue learning for everyone, and most of the people should turn this as an everyday essential as well too. What is all everyday essential? Tune in to yourself, tuning for yourself, tuning and listen to what is good instead of do what is bad without listening. Because mistake, something that tremendously in our life we want to understand from everyone else as well too, because you want to do something that people think is possible. We stand out, we be outside. It's possible to be different. That's what we all are. We're different. At the same time, we are intrinsically norm, but at the same time, artistically out of this world. It is in this case that we understand that the developments of devoting ourselves, the commitments in bettering ourselves, it could be strange things, because why do we train so hard? Why are we out with nature? Why are we different? We ask ourselves that as well too. We strengthen ourselves, we stretch our mind capacity, we expand our consciousness, mastering the reason of the misery, of the suffering, that demand of life and demand of stress. And we put in a stress to emphasize that we are better than the stress. We are better than the haters. We are better than what is less skillful. We are the high caliber. We all of us are a competent if you put in the skillful, right mindfulness, right constitution, right speech, right action, right livelihood, and doing things that is right. To belong to this nature forming the metamorphosis to form the best version by the end of the day. And we transform ourselves as we transform our world, intrinsically as well as extrinsically. We want to make the goals. Greater of all is love, baby. So as I'm telling you this, one thing for sure is that the only thing that separates us is our intellect. It might sound a little blow hard to the heart, but have heart, and I love you. Our food eternal love you. For peace of mind, love and heart. Just remember, we can do anything that we put ourselves with the most efforts. Compelling, completely tell yourself that we are already complete as wholesome, consuming your own self with nature, and give yourself a chance with more gratitude, with more gentle to yourself, to really becoming the greats for yourself. Because it lies all within us, as within oneself, as flexibility. We bend the reality flow like water down the stream. Woo. So as we really become within as without, the flexibility, soft currents and strong wave with the wind, when it changes currents, ready to make the earthquake. Don't try to make it logic, just rather flow deeper, not a coincidence in this confidence, or that be that conduit that can become the masterful. So become merciless, obsessed as we strive for the better. Something beyond just occupations. It is a hobby, it is a passion, it is a life force, it is the lifestyle, it is the peaceful warrior Garuda, soar above the sky. We give ourselves, allow ourselves, give ourselves permission to be, to have that passion driven. It is the obsession, it is the, my purpose is the compass that drives, because with the purpose you have the compass to take you there. It is the best feeling we could have and want, and we feed or fuel the fire, the desire that can wipe out any destructions, any changes that may occur. We slowly get acclimate with it. As it's burning within, we like to consume the fruits of knowledge as we pluck from the wisdom trees of the mother nature. And skillfully every day we apply the knowledge, constantly waking up and understanding that with love at heart and appreciations of what life offers us exactly for what it is, as you are building, constructing, as we are sculpting the physique and recalibrating the mind towards something more beyond just ourselves. It is greater than ourselves, that when we put in the work, put in the effort relentlessly, that other people think it is psychological maniac. In what do we do? Why do we do it? And how do we push ourselves towards something that impermanence, that is not lasting? It's like chasing a phantom. And in the world where it is simulations and constructive matters, feeling in this level with the word that bent, the word that flexibility of the bone and body, and the winning. It is the beautifying of the artistic, of the truly, as the student of life, learning something is by doing and listening, and we can sense the smell and the perceptions with the guidance that is such powerful that we don't even have any idea sometimes of how it is happening, and we appreciate for that is happening for us, and we as we're listening and learning and loving and just motivated by the fortitude of the effort that we put in, and as it inspires us, and by the greatness and the greats, the goals, greatest of all is love. It is the pure great fruits that is just no fear. It is not that we are inadequate. It is we are more powerful beyond measure, that get us the motivations for the few minutes and to an hour. Depending on this, that whatever it is that we do, we get lost in time, and then the potential of the greatness will reveal itself, for we have put in the work, put in the effort, and the greatness, the weights that was no longer a burdens, because with light weights we are sleepwalking, we are dreaming while we awake, and we are in the stair steppers, walking and climbing and gradually, consciously inspiring to reach to the pinnacle of the pillars of the my heart spirits, to be the best version of ourselves. Because what else is there if we can't be the best version of ourselves in this darkness time? Because in the darkness you see the stars,